Gorgeous Gary Young. Gorgeous Gary and company have had Adams a really possessed man for several weeks. And he's possessed with Gorgeous Gary Young on his mind. Tony Falk, your referee, P.Y. and Eric coming up. Fans still pouring into the building to tell me it'll be another hour before they get them all in. Everyone anxious to see what the future of this great, long-standing organization is. Right now, it's Chris Adams and Gorgeous Gary. Adams looking great. And he has the fans roaring behind him. Here we go. Adams with a blow. Adams with another. Adams really going to town. Gorgeous Gary trying to buy time. Head in the turnbuckle and a fist to the belly. And Chris Adams has hit this match in the same mood as he's been in on our interviews in the other matches with lesser people for a month now. Listen to him singing for Adams as he drives the fist into the head. Our cameras are right there, and Akbar is not a happy man. Wow. We've seen Adams beaten up in the ring, ganged up on, whipped up on by an uneven number of forces on the interview set. And this is Adams' chance to get even. It's going to be a catapult on Gorgeous Gary. Akbar refuses to look as Gorgeous Gary is catapulted into the turnbuckle. Adams out on the apron now. He's got him over that top rope. Hold on. You just can't be fun at the good old wrestling bouts, can you? And this is fun and excitement all wrapped in to the same ball. As Gorgeous Gary's thrown in the turnbuckle, somersaulting upside down, he lands on his head and now the seat of his pants. Akbar beside himself. He hates it when things do not go his way, when he and his people are shown up in public embarrassed. And it's been all Chris Adams here ever since the bell sounded. Here they come to the floor now. Adams has set up a chair where the bell ringer sits. Shots to the head. Look out. Around they come behind me onto the apron and back into the ring the hard way goes Gorgeous Gary Young. Adams climbs all the way up on the top turnbuckle, comes down with both fists clenched. You can see this building filling up as the crowd pours in here. Still many outside waiting for this Eric P.Y. showdown. Gorgeous Gary trying to fight back best he can on gentleman Chris Adams, while Akbar has trouble with the crowd. Gorgeous Gary showing signs of life now. Comes back with a big knee lift to the chin. The talent of Gorgeous Gary Young doesn't stay down for too very long. Everyone, Eric and Alvarez coming up next, and it's the showdown that everyone's talking about as Adams is back in charge again. Adams down with the knee, but Young out of the way. Akbar over shouting directions now that his man sees a ray of hope. Gorgeous Gary now with a tremendous shot to the head of Chris Adams. There's another one right above the ear. Stomps to the upper chest and bottom of the neck. Very painful, very dangerous. Gorgeous Gary locking him up in the ropes, too. Gorgeous Gary pulling his chin up against that rope where he gets choked, and you are seeing by David Mabely, our floor cameraman, a marvelous shot of the anxiety and the tension and the hold itself. Into the ropes, on the rebound, clothesline, and down. It was all Adams in the opening moments. Now it's all Gorgeous Gary Young. Look out, he lowers that knee brace. And Adams rolls out of the way. Adams clips that knee out from under Gorgeous Gary. Takes Young all the way off his feet. Oh, I'm so wound up about Eric and P.O. I can hardly concentrate on anything else. Adams with the shot. Adams with a step over toe hold turns it into a figure 4 submission possibility. Submission hold by Chris Adams as Gorgeous Gary reaches for the ropes. Akbar trying to push the rope closer to Gorgeous Gary. No telling what Akbar has up his sleeve for this showdown. With him taking control of the organization with a PY win, you know he'll have something. Tights and pulling him forward. He goes to the floor. And Gorgeous Gary uses the old noodle. The slam on the floor by Gary Young, and my chair shakes with the intensity. Back up into the ring goes gentleman Chris Adams. Fans making noise for Chris, the heavy crowd favorite. Pile driver by Gorgeous Gary. Always one of the most dangerous moves in professional wrestling. Here's Gorgeous Gary grabbing a chair. Folding chair. Look out, Chris. Chris out of the way, and Tony Falk tries to grab it. Young's got it again, and Adams rolls out. Adams, for his own safety, rolls out of the ring. Now here's Young with a stomp to the shoulder again. Shot again by Gorgeous Gary. He's not going to let Adams get back in the ring. Here comes Chris. No! Gorgeous Gary wanted to pull him in the ring, but instead it was Chris pulling Gorgeous Gary out and all the way to the floor. Adams and Young into it on the floor, and now back into the ring goes Young. Adams grabbing Young, throwing him over and down to the backdrop. Adams wants the super kick. There it is. Young with a super kick hits the referee, and down he goes. That one really caught him, and he knocked him right into Tony Falk. Young out on the floor, staggering after the super kick. Adams dives through the rope. Gorgeous Gary into Tony Falk again. They are all down. Reckless abandon by Chris Adams. He wants to pile drive Gorgeous Gary on the floor. And he does. Wow. These guys giving us match everything they've got emotionally and physically. But look out! Akbar has called for Cactus Jack Manson. Adams turns and nails Manson with the chair, and you can hear it popping. Akbar attacks Adams from behind. Akbar with the shots. Akbar motioning for Manson to come with that cast on his arm. Look out! This is getting too awful. We're going to have to get out of here.